Hey, good Wednesday afternoon, and welcome to the Health Hour with Mike Sasser. I am your host, Mike Sasser, and boy, I tell you what, I've got Dick over here on the controls, going to keep us on track and ready to roll. We've got a good show lined up for you today. Let me talk a little bit about what we have in store. First, we're going to talk a little bit on weight loss tips. By the way, I wrote a book, Simple, Inexpensive, Painless Weight Loss, and it's actually a true story. About a year and a half or so ago, I needed to lose some weight, not just to look good, but for health reasons as well. And had struggled with my weight all my life. And long story short, I found a nice, healthy, natural way to do it with no pills, supplements, and things like that. And I guess that's what kind of gave me the basis of getting really interested in sharing my story, and not just sitting here and talking about my book for an hour, but to pass along tips and on health and nutrition and just everything to help keep you, your family, healthy and in shape out there. So that's what the show's all about. And so coming up in the first segment, I'm going to share some of the weight loss tips from my book, as well as things that are trending on the internet. And I'll spend a couple of hours every morning reading, the new diet, fad diets that are out there, and research papers. And I tell you, it can get confusing. It seems like every week they contradict each other. So anyway, I try to keep up with that with you, with that for you. And this week should be pretty interesting, especially if you're not a gym type person like myself. I'm going to talk about how to lose weight with no exercise, and that one may have you scratching your head for a moment there, but got some interesting stuff there. And then we'll take a little break. Coming back, we'll talk about restaurant reports, and these are the health inspections for local restaurants. And this week, we're going to look at some restaurants in the Woodlands area, which is in Montgomery County here. And I tell you what, there's a lot of folks that go out there to these inspectors. They cover a lot of ground. We covered some of these last week, and I was really surprised. Montgomery County's a big county, so that's pretty interesting. And like I said, but we're going to look at the Woodlands there. Come back in the third segment. We'll talk about the weekly grocery ads. Wednesdays are the day that the ads come out, and we'll just take a quick look at what some of the stores, local stores, have on sale, and maybe some of the healthy choices that you can save some money on, and some tips there as well. Then to round out, or to wrap up the show, if you will, we'll come back. And I found this interesting. I've been to a couple of these. I really plan to get around to the rest of them. Maybe not all of them, but area farmers markets. This was an excellent place to find healthy foods, local homegrown products, homemade products, and so you get to support local people in the community. And when you're talking about organic, that's about as close as you can get when it comes from a local vendor there. So, okay, let's get to some health tips. And so, getting back to what I said, no exercise. I tell you what, have you figured that one out yet? It's one of the chapters in my book, and let me give you a little bit of background. Again, I was not a gym membership person. I guess I probably went through 5 of them in my lifetime, where I would join the gym. I'd be gun-ho, ready to go for about probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe last about a month, and the next thing you know, I was just sending them a check, or actually they were deducting the money out of my checking account every month for something that I wasn't using. So that just didn't work out for me, and I think I know weight loss can be painless, and so that's what I want to talk about. And what I did in my book is I associated or actually interchanged the word exercise with activity, and basically they mean the same thing, except the way you may think about it. When you think about an activity, that may be something that you enjoy doing. Let's say, beautiful day out there today. Summer's around the corner. Maybe you enjoy water sports, swimming, skiing. Basically, any type of activity that you're out there, you're moving, you're doing some things. Guess what? You're burning calories. And so that is the basis of losing weight without exercise, without working out in the gym. Is find something that you like to do, find something you enjoy doing. For myself, there's a real nice park here in the Willis area, just off of FM 830, and has some great walking paths in it. It also has one of the disc golf courses, and I tell you, I spend 3, sometimes 4 days a week out there, and I walk. That's what I do. I walk the paths, the walking paths. You're in the park. You're out of the traffic. It's nature on a day like today. Man, that would be a great place to be. And so just walking. And that's again. You may want to start out with a goal of how many steps you're going to make. There's the kind of your average goal out there of 10,000 steps. And you may not be able to do that all in one time, but say 10,000 steps, or you may start off small with 5,000 steps, or you may want to say, well, I'm going to walk for 30 minutes, or I'm going to walk for 15 minutes. But set yourself a goal. Getting back to activities and things that you like to do. This may be something that is not so enjoyable, but housework. I mean, cleaning, vacuuming, things like that. Again, long as you're moving, you're expending calories, and So you say, well, Mike, I'm that person that sits in the office for 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. I sit behind a desk. What can I do? And well, the answer is first off, you should be hydrating during the day. So that walk to the water cooler, stand behind your desk. Helps out. Did you know that when you're talking on the phone and having phone conversations, if you're standing, a lot of times your voice will come through a lot more positive, a lot more, friendly, if you would. So there's some things you can do there. Some people even go to the extreme, and they have it out now where these desks that will rise, and so your whole computer and everything that you have there at your desk literally rises up to where you can stand behind your desk and work. So there's just a lot of things that you can do that again doesn't mean, oh well, I've got to go to the gym today, I have to go work out today. For me, that just was not something that I enjoyed doing. It was not something I looked forward doing. Now, if it's something that you enjoy doing and you're a gym person, fantastic. Then you're good. You're doing well. Those are just some of the things there that I put in my book. And this morning I was looking through some other activities on the internet, and I ran across a couple things that honestly I didn't really think of too much. But basically it says, and by the way, this is from prevention.com. They suggest, take yourself off of cruise control, increase the intensity of your everyday tasks, from vacuuming to walking, to walking your dog, walking your pets. They say, turn on some music. Just kind of get into what you're doing, and don't make it a task. Don't make it something that you don't enjoy. The other thing is also when you're shopping, going grocery shopping, or going to the store, whatever, wherever you're going to, the post office, maybe park a couple of extra parking spaces away and get a little extra walk, weather permitting. And each little step there, again, you're moving, you're burning calories, and so here's a couple things that struck me though that I didn't think of is, did you know that if you garden or mow your lawn 30 minutes each per week, you can burn up to 360 calories? Now, I'm assuming that it depends on how big your lawn is or how big your garden is. I mean, you may burn more, you may burn less, but that's just kind of an average burn. Washing and waxing your car, you could burn up to 282 calories. I never realized that. It's not too hard a job, especially in the summertime. I mean, I don't think I'd be out there in the winter months doing that type of stuff. But walking a dog 30 minutes, 123 calories, and all of these add up. It's things that you do throughout the day, throughout the week, that add up. It's not so much that you have to have that one intense 1,000 calorie burn on the treadmill that will take you, an hour to an hour and a half. Speaking of treadmills, I got a pretty good story about that, and some people could probably relate to it. I went through 2 treadmills in my lifetime, and I tell you, I used them for a while, and then next thing you know, they work out real good for stacking boxes. They make good storage areas, and then hanging clothes. They've got both of the handles there on each side, so you can actually hang quite a few clothes on your treadmill. I don't think that's quite the purpose that they're meant for, but exercise equipment, a lot of times we'll spend all that money on them, and then next thing you know, we're not using them. They're just kind of sitting there. So those are some tips, and again, that's just some small things. You think of some things on your own. There may be some a lot of activities out there that you enjoy doing that you're burning calories, and just little things like that will add up, and they can lead to permanent weight loss. So will you have to get up off the couch? Yeah, maybe so, just a little bit, but come on, there's got to be something out there that you enjoy doing, and so just get out there and do it, especially when you have a day like today. We have, we're approaching springtime. That's a great time to get out and be active. So try it out, see what you think, and I tell you, we got our first break coming up. So when we come back, we'll talk about the restaurant reports. We're looking at the Woodlands area, so hurry on back. Thank you.
Heaven's Army of Resources and Recreation Center is a 501c3 nonprofit organization featuring a 10,000 square foot building located at 19325 FM 1485 West, New Caney, Texas. At Heaven's Army, we offer over 26 different services free for all ages, from karate, dance, drug and alcohol classes, anger management, parenting, food and clothing pantries, to just name a few. We are supported solely by volunteers and private donations. Our main mission is to glorify God in all that we do. At Heaven's Army, we strive to be a hand up, not a handout. Come check us out at 19325 FM 1485 West, New Caney, Texas, or call for more information at 281-689-5864. You may also learn more about Heaven's Army by visiting our website at heavensarmyofresources.com.
Hi, this is BJ Orner from Montgomery County Performing Arts Society. I'm here to remind you to get your tickets now for all the upcoming events that McPass has to offer. All shows will be held at the beautiful Crichton Theater in downtown Conroe. Call 936-441-7469 for your tickets today, or go to our website, www.mcpass.org, for more information. Hope to see you at the show.
Hey, this is Cindy Cochran, and now Conroe can boast of another first. The first morning live talk show, 10 to 11 a.m. Monday through Friday, right here on Lone Star Internet Radio, coming straight out of the fabulous downtown Conroe, Texas. Be the coolest guy at the water cooler, or the most informed break room dweller by listening to the fun side of the news, local, national, infinity, and beyond. The Cindy Cochran Show. You ain't heard nothing yet.
At Jazzy Junk, volunteers reclaim, restore, and recycle. Jazzy Junk is a non-profit resale storefront where you will discover wonderful, unique finds at very affordable prices on furniture, antiques, books, art, home decor, and more. When you shop Jazzy Junk, you support New Danville, a community for adults with developmental disabilities. We receive new donations daily, so plan a visit to Jazzy Junk today to find that perfect item or gift. Our motto is here today, gone today, so remember to hurry in and shop often for the best selection. Jazzy Junk is located in the outlets at Conroe on Lake Line Road and I-45 North. Call 936-441-4500 or visit our website, jazzyjunk.org, that's Junque, for more information and store hours.
Hey, welcome back to the Health Hour. This is Mike Sasser, your host, and we're here to talk about health. You know, it is what I like to say, the 1 hour of health news you can use. And by the way, I forgot to do this in my first segment, but you can be a part of this show. We have a call-in number here at the radio station. It's 936-647-3776. Or an easy way to get in touch with me is go to my website, www.mikesasser.com, and there's a contact Mike page there, and you click on that, and that's going to open up into my email address, my Facebook, my Twitter links, and it's all right there in one place for you. So love to hear from you, love to get some of your thoughts, and join in the show, join in the conversation, everything about health. And also, by the way, while we're doing a little promotion here, you know, we're just kicking the show off, a pretty new show here on Lone Star Internet Radio, and so if you're interested in maybe sponsoring the show or advertising on the show, you can give the station a call, or again, you can contact me there on my website, MikeSasser.com. So, all right, as they used to say on the what was that, the American Top 40, on with the countdown. Getting into the restaurant reports for the week, and what I do is I requested to receive the inspection reports, the health inspection reports from the Montgomery County health inspectors, and so each week they'll send them to me, and these are fairly current, in other words. And what I'd like to do is, first off, I love to start with a positive, and you know, pat the restaurants on the back out there that had no demerits or no problems. So that's where I like to start. And so let's see what we've got here today. And again, I'm looking at in the Woodlands area, and one of the places, I believe this is hadn't been there too long, maybe a year or so, but on Research Forest, Bob's Steak and Chop House. This is a real nice steakhouse, and there in the Woodlands, and they were inspected on February 1st, 2016, and they had a very clean bill of health, no problems whatsoever there. You know, this is a nice place to take out someone, have a great meal, kick back and relax, and enjoy yourself. So that's you know, hands applaud for them, and then we'll move on. Another one is Brothers Pizza Express. This is at 6100 Woodlands Parkway in the Woodlands. They were inspected on February 2nd, 2016, and again, there were no demerits, no write-ups. Very good inspection report on them. Hey, if you're into Tex-Mex, this is a good place. Cabo, Baja, and Mexican Grill. This is at 544 Sawdust Road there in Spring, and they were inspected also on February 2nd, 2016, and they had a very clean bill of health as well. So cool place to hang out, and like I said, they're doing a great job out there, and you know, I like to give them a little bit of kudos for it. Now, this is one of my places that I like to go to, and this is a Chiller Brie frozen yogurt. This is the store that's on Kirkendall. I live here on Lake Conroe, so usually the one that I go to is here in Conroe off of 45 North. But great, you know, kind of like almost like homemade frozen yogurt, and just a good atmosphere. But these guys out in Kirkendall, which is, you know, part of the same group, they also have one out on Highway 105. They were inspected on, let's see, January 29th, and received a clean bill of health. So good job, Chiller Bee. Moving on down the line here, let's see, we have Greek Tony's Pizza and Sub Shop. This is also on Sawdust at 432 Sawdust Road, and they were inspected February 1st with no problems, no demerits, and doing well. Mama Juanita's, 8,000 Highway 242 Conroe, and they were inspected on February 2nd. They also received no demerits and no write-ups. Let's see. Got some here also. Restaurants, no demerits. Okay. Zoe's Kitchen. This is at 6700 Woodlands Parkway. And they were inspected on February 8th. That would have been last week, I believe. And they also had no demerits and no problems on their inspection report. So let's see. We've got going on up. We had quite a few on last week's show, which, by the way, is available on podcast. You can go to the radio website here and listen to that show if you happen to miss it last week. But I noticed last week in something they inspected quite a few donut shops and also cupcake, and bakeries and things, which you might say, well, it's not quite a healthy food, but hey, it's really good. And you know what, you have to have those cravings every now and then. You really have to. You can't eat salads all the time. It's just not sustainable. But here is a inspection report on Crave Cupcakes at 2105 Research Forest Drive. That's in the Woodlands. They were inspected February 4th, and they have no demerits on there. If you happen to stop in there at the HEB Cafe on the Run, this is located on 1488, the Woodlands. No demerits, and they were inspected on February 4th as well. So anyway, those are some really good reports coming in. Again, I wanted to look at kind of the Woodlands area. A lot of people are interested. So I tell you what, we're gonna hold you in suspense. Stay tuned. When you come back, we're gonna take a look at some of the restaurants that may have needed a little bit of work, may have a little bit of demerit. So come on back.
The East Texas Dream Center is in need of your help. We are a nonprofit Christian organization that houses women and children who are trying to get their lives back after being homeless, abused, or addicted. We are conveniently located at 301 South 1st Street, Conroe, Texas, 77301, right here in Montgomery County. Our needs are financial, and every needs of gasoline, cleaning supplies, laundry soap, Lysol, and whatever else God puts in your heart. To help our ladies and children, please consider a donation. You may visit our website at www.easttexasdreamcenter.org. Again, so you don't forget, it's www.easttexasdreamcenter.org. Donations are tax deductible. Remember what Jesus said, with God, nothing is impossible.
Hi folks, it's your old buddy Luke Clayton, and I want to invite you to join me every Saturday morning right here on Lone Star Internet Radio from 8 to 9 for Outdoors with Luke Clayton and Friends. Bill Dance is a frequent guest. Larry Weisser and Mr. Whitetail is on the show every week. We talk a lot of hunting and fishing and generally have a good time. So remember, every Saturday morning, 8 to 9, right here on Lone Star Internet Radio.
Hey, welcome back to the Health Hour. This is Mike Sasser, your host, and thank you for hanging in there with us on this beautiful, beautiful Wednesday afternoon, downtown Conroe. Hey, by the way, I mentioned this. If you want to call in and be a part of the show, you can call in at 936-647-3776. Or hit me up on my website, www.mikesasser.com, and just click on my Contact Mike page. That's going to open up my email, my Facebook, and my Twitter links, and I would love to hear from you. We are in the middle of our weekly restaurant reports, and we just went through some of the reports from the Woodlands area on restaurants that had no problems. They were 100% on their inspections, and like to tell them guys, good job and keep up the good work. Now we're going to talk about a couple of restaurants that did have a few write-ups, have a few demerits, and I'm not going to beat these restaurants up or anything. This is just some things that they needed to take a look at while the inspectors were out there on location. So let's see. Looking at the Woodlands area here, there's a place called Hello Taco. That's at 25411 Grogan's Mill Road, and they were inspected on February 2nd, 2016, and 3 demerits. That doesn't mean that there were three issues or 3 problems. That's just kind of a grading system or what the criteria, if you will, that the inspectors use. But Hello Taco had 3 demerits, and they have a notation here. It says demerits for inaccessible hand washing facilities. A hand sink was blocked. Basically they probably just needed to move some boxes or something out of the way, and no major deal there. Looking at CC's Pizza at 315 Sawdust Road in Spring. They were inspected on February 1st, 2016. They have 8 demerits. It says 5 demerits for failure to maintain cold, hot temperature. The walk-in cooler was at 58 degrees, so it sounds like they needed to get their cooler a little bit, temperature in the cooler a little bit lower. And it says 3 demerits for equipment inadequate to maintain product temperature. All foods in the cooler are moved to another cooler and iced down for proper temperature. So, like I said, basically these are things that were kind of going on while the inspector was there, and many times these things can be taken care of while they're there, and it can be resolved. Looking down the list here, find a couple more for you. Molly's Pub that's on 45 South. Was inspected on February the 8th. They received 3 demerits. It says demerits for unsanitary food contact surfaces. The soda nozzles were in need of cleaning. So, okay, I'm sure they took care of that. Here's another one, Woodlands area. This is Rico's Grill at 6777 Woodlands Parkway. They were inspected on February 8th, 2016, and received 3 merits. Demerits for unapproved wastewater disposal, leaks in a 3-compartment sink, and bar area. It says, additionally, the inspector noted a light shield was missing in the kitchen, and needed to be replaced. So a couple things that they could work on there. And also Little Caesars Pizza. This is at 2211 Rayford Road, Spring. 3 demerits. They were inspected on 2/8/16, and basically it says demerits were failure to provide thermometers. They have to have thermometers there, for food prep and things like that. So just a couple of things to work on there. Let's see, Double Dragon. I have not been to this restaurant. Matter of fact, there's several of these restaurants that I have not been to. So if maybe if you've been to them and wanted to talk about them, we would certainly love to hear from you. But Double Dragon was inspected on February 8th, 2016, and they're located at 6875 FM 1488 Magnolia. And 7 demerits. So let's see, 4 demerits for cross-contamination of onions stored by empty mop sink. I would definitely want that one to be taken care of. 3 demerits for unapproved wastewater disposal, a leak at 3-compartment sink. So you see, there's you think about a restaurant and so many things that they have to keep up with. And again, all of this is in good. To stay in good standing, not just to be in good standing with the health department, but all of this is about your health. You, the consumer, having dinner or eating at these restaurants. That's why these inspectors go out there. They're doing their job. They're keeping the public safe. They're keeping the public healthy, and so that's why I thought that this might be a good thing to take a look at. And again, if you have restaurants out there that you'd like to talk about, by all means, feel free to get in contact with us on the show. So I think we are coming up on another break now, and so when you come back, we're going to talk about the grocery store ads for the week, and see what's on sale and see what's healthy out there. So come on back. Thanks a lot.
I'm Lieutenant Bob Berry with the Conroe Police Department, reminding you that texting and talking on the phone while driving are not only dangerous, but also illegal in school zones and other posted areas. Drive safely and alert.
Thanks for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. It is 1:30. You're listening to the Health Hour with Mike Sasser. We're taking a quick weather and traffic break here on Lone Star Community Radio. Let's start with your weather report from Montgomery County. It's 68 degrees outside. Humidity is around 26%. This afternoon, we're going to have a sunny with a high near 75 experience. It's going to be nice. Southeast winds around 5 miles an hour. Tonight will be clear with a low around 47. This whole week actually looks pretty good until Sunday, folks. So try to get out there and enjoy your day here in Montgomery County. Northbound I-45, moving on to traffic. It looks good to go all the way from Spring all the way to Willis. Southbound, same thing. Actually, just to let you guys know, I don't see any accidents or incidences around the county. That's kind of crazy, but even though it's only 1:31, we'll be updating you at the traffic report at the top of the hour for the next show we have. We have the Michael Player Show coming up after the Health Hour. Michael will be discussing social media effects on the musicians, plus the gig guide, of course. If you want to know what's going on musically in the Montgomery County area, the gig guide is a place to hear it on the Michael Player Show. We're going to get back to the sponsor break, and when we come back, we'll be back with the Mike Sasser with the Health Hour. Stay tuned.
Lone Star Internet Radio is now bringing you the weekly business hour show each Monday morning at 11 a.m. My name is Rick Schisler, and I will be your host. Each week, we will be bringing you local, area, and national business news that you can use. The program will also feature an interview with a local or national business person who will share their own experiences, successes, and failures in operating their businesses. Our show is for anyone who already owns a business, whether they work solo or have employees, and for those who are thinking about starting their own businesses. A bit of information about myself. Again, my name is Rick Schisler, and I am a Silver Fox advisor who has over 40 years' experience as a serial entrepreneur. As a part of our show, I will offer some advice and encouragement on our monthly topic, and I will take your questions by email at rschisler@silverfox.org or call into the station at 936-647-3776. See you on the radio Monday at 11 a.m. for the weekly business hour.
Doing business since 1985, Assistance League of Montgomery County is a nonprofit, all-volunteer organization where all proceeds stay in Montgomery County. Through our Operation School Bell program, we have provided new clothes to over 50,000 students in our county. Visit our thrift shop at 126 North San Jacinto Street in downtown Conroe or call us at 936-760-1151. Don't forget to like us on Facebook.
All right, welcome back to the Health Hour with Mike Sasser. We're right here on a Lone Star Internet Radio, having a good time on a Wednesday. And by the way, this is a live weekly show every Wednesday at 1 p.m. So be sure and tune in. And something that I wanted to let you know again is our podcast. These shows are loaded on the podcast. They're there. You can listen to them in the middle of the night, anytime that you get ready to. So be sure to check us out on the podcast shows. This is, by the way, our second show, so we're fairly new on the air, and just kind of getting into the swing of things here. And by the way, let me go ahead and kind of ask for some sponsors, or anybody out there listening would like to maybe advertise on the show. We can certainly fix you up with that. Contact the station here at 936-647-3776, or hit me up on MikeSasser.com and click on my Contact Mike, and I'll be glad to we'll be glad to get you fixed up. So moving along with the show. Okay, we talked about the restaurant reports. We talked about some health tips and no exercise. Hopefully helped you out there in a couple of those things. But every Wednesday, I know nowadays a lot of people don't get the morning newspaper delivered at the front door like they used to. A lot of people get their news and information online, and so they're not really aware that maybe the local grocery ads usually come out on Wednesdays, and you can find these when you walk into the front of the grocery store. I know Kroger's, usually H-E-B, they're all in the front of the store. Probably your local grocery has their ads out as well. But these things are online also. Again, I know that a lot of people get their information online, and I'm sitting here. I am currently logged into the H-E-B, and usually you have to put in your zip code. That'll bring up your local ads for the week. You don't have to be a member or carry one of their membership cards to view the ads and see what's on sale, but a lot of times the sale prices are attached to being a card member. And being a card member is free, by the way. It doesn't cost you anything, and some of them even have, I know Kroger's has like fuel points that you can add up, and so there might be some benefits to it besides just saving some money on your food bill. And I mean, hey, who does not need to save money on their food bill nowadays? Foods are pretty expensive. So looking here, and I always like to start in the produce section because we're talking about healthy foods, healthy choices here, and looking at HEB, I see they have some asparagus on sale. There's so many ways you can prepare asparagus, whether it be on the grill, you can steam it. As far as nutrition value, asparagus has a lot of nutrition value, fresh is good, but I'm not opposed at all to going and checking out the frozen food sections as well. We talked a little bit about this last week, but your frozen vegetables, and as long as they don't have the sauces added into them and things like that, a lot of times they're flash frozen, and so they have the same nutrients and nutrition values as the fresh, and you can being that they're frozen, you can usually kind of stretch them out, or they'll have 2 to 3 servings per container, and that way you can stretch out your meals with them. And while I'm mentioning that, let me just touch on that, and that is read nutrition labels. You want to read nutrition labels, and by the way, I have this in my book. I coined the phrase nutrition math, but you look at the nutrition labels, and many of your containers are going to have 2 servings, 3 servings, or however many servings it is per container, and then you look at the actual the sodium values, you look at the sugar values, and then they're going to be like per serving. So I use a can of soup for an example, but basically, a can of soup may have 3 servings, and let's say it has 400 milligrams of sodium. If you eat that whole can of soup, you're talking about 1,200 milligrams of sodium. So just keep those things in mind, even when you're looking at fresh produce, because here was something that opened my eyes while I was researching my book, and actually, again, it's a true story. So I went through everything that's in my book, but I was love watermelon, and I'm thinking, okay, healthy, fruit, watermelon, good for you, and that it is. But I never thought about looking up how much sugar is in a slice of watermelon or a couple slices of watermelon, and again, it's a natural sugar, but even too much of a natural sugar, once your body receives so much or the amount of sugar it needs, it's only going to store that extra sugar. And there's a true story in there where I was just really picking out one week on watermelon. It was the middle of summertime. It was hot. It was easy. It was convenient, and I gained weight. And I was like, man, come on, I'm kind of doing everything. I think I'm doing everything okay. And I went back and kind of looked at read these nutrition labels and looked at everything, and then I began to research some of the fresh produce that I was eating, like watermelon and oranges. And again, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying these things are bad for you. I'm just saying that be aware of the amount of natural sugars that are in these fruits, and mainly fruits, vegetables as well. But anyway, it turns out that I was consuming 3-4 times the amount of sugar per day that I needed to, and based on the watermelon and other fruits that I was eating. So that's just I know that's just a little side story. We looking at the produce, and so when you're going through the produce section, and let's say especially if you're buying the packaged produce, anything that has a nutrition label on it. I highly recommend reading the nutrition label. Know what you're getting. Look out for the sauces that are added to it, and look out for the sodium and for the sugar in particular. The other thing getting back to the HEB here, avocados, 4 for $5. Hey, avocados is one of the superfoods. It has the omega-3s, which is the good fats. Now it is a little high in calorie density, but it's just overall it's a very good food, fresh food for you there. They have lemons 2 for $1. Another, we always talking about hydration, talking about drinking water, when you're just drinking plain water all day long, it can really get boring, I guess is a word for it. But put in some fresh squeezed lemons, or even infuse maybe a pitcher of water with lemons, and leave out the sugar. I'm not talking about making lemonade, but leave out the sugar, and you have a really good refreshing drink, as well as a good diuretic, which is going to help kind of flush you out, if you will, and keep you going there. How we doing, Dick, over there on time? Doing okay. Hey, we still got a little more time on this. That's great. I'm going to take a look at, again, let's see what we've got as far as in the produce. We looked at, take a look and see what they've got in the meat market. And these websites are set up, they're pretty easy for you to navigate, user-friendly, if you will. And so you can move through them quite well. I am looking at now, let's take a look at the fish market. I tell you what, have a few more tips for you with regard to fish and seafood. Again, a lot of this is you can get it packaged, and that's fine and good. It's flash. Keep saying flash, flash frozen, and so a lot of times it has the freshness and everything. But if it's packaged, turn it around, read the label on the backside. Because if it's already been prepared or cooked, you may look at the sodium values again. Anything that is prepackaged foods, many times is going to have a kind of a high sodium content because they use it for preservative. And so if you can get it to where raw shrimp versus cooked shrimp. I mean, you compare the packaging. Just look at the raw versus the cooked, and look at the nutrition labels side by side. That's what I do. I spend hours in the grocery stores, kind of like my research lab, if you will. But you'll see the difference, and pay attention to that. Take a look at that. Let's see. Get back. Let's see what they got here. Catfish fillets. Boneless catfish fillets, right at $5 a pound. One more quick message about when you're buying meats and things like that. If you can get the larger family size, then you can break it down into smaller packaging. You can put it in freezer bags. You can freeze it. That way you can prolong your meals, make more meals out of it, and so just a few tips there, and we're coming up on another break. Wow, the show, we're getting ready to wrap it up, man. It goes by quick. Come on back to the Health Hour with Mike Sasser, and we'll talk a little bit more. Thank you.
Doing business since 1985, Assistance League of Montgomery County is a nonprofit, all-volunteer organization where all proceeds stay in Montgomery County. We are proud to sponsor 10 philanthropic programs that enhance the lives of those in our community. Visit our thrift shop at 126 North San Jacinto Street in downtown Conroe, or call us at 936-760-1151. Don't forget to like us on Facebook.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
I'm Lieutenant Bob Berry with the Conroe Police Department, reminding you that drinking and driving do not mix. Drinking and driving causes an alcohol-related fatality every hour in the United States. Stay sober and stay alive.
Hey, and welcome back to the Health Hour. You're with Mike Sasser, your host, on this weekly Wednesday show on Lone Star Internet Radio. Your news and sports and talk authority. I'm just throwing some stuff out there. Right here in Montgomery County. Okay, getting back to the Health Hour, I'll tell you what, I cannot believe we're already getting into the last segment of the show. We talked about some cool things this week, and if you missed it, just come to the website. It's irlonestar.com, and of course that's www in front of it. And you can find the podcast and listen anytime at your convenience on this show and many of the other shows here on Lone Star Internet Radio. Okay, I wanted to talk a little bit about something that was kind of new to me recently. Honestly, I didn't have only been to a couple of these, but farmers markets here in and around Conroe and the Woodlands and Montgomery County as well. I guess one of the big ones, and this is in the Woodlands, and it's called it's the Woodlands Farmers Market at Grogan's Mill, and they have, again, fresh produce. Basically, they kind of say, if it's homegrown or homemade. Locally, that's the type of vendors they're looking for, and so it's really neat. And especially now that we're getting into springtime, the weather's going to be nice. It's a nice way to spend a Saturday morning and go out and just kind of hang out and you can pick up your local vegetables, your organic vegetables and fruits, and it's seasonal as well, because a lot of stuff is grown right here, right around the area. But this is, again, it's in the Grogan's Mill, on Grogan's Mill, and this market is held every Saturday, and it's open from 8 a.m. till noon. And it's at, let's see, the farmers market is located at a parking lot closer to Randall's, if you're familiar with that area there. You can always go to their website at www.groganmillvillage.com. And there's a list of all types of information here. Maybe you would be interested in being a vendor at this farmers market. Then there's a way to apply for that, and everything is there, located on the website. A little closer to home, that one that I have been to, and that is the Montgomery County Market Days, and this is held here in Willis, Texas. That's not far from Lake Conroe, not far from where we're at the moment. And this market is it's there in Montgomery County. It's on at 101 South Bell Street in Willis. That's if you're not real familiar with the area, but it's back behind their I guess kind of like their government annex and the set of railroad tracks there and stuff. But they set up, and again, it's local vendors. It's a year-round, monthly open-air market, and their dates are the first Fridays, and during the summer months, they're open from 2 to 7 p.m. A good bit of time to go browse around and check it out. I have been to this one, and like I said, they have some produce. They have some things that are made for the home. One thing that jumps out is some of these candles and things like that. It's just a lot of neat stuff that's from, again, local people in the area, and it'd be great to support them. The first Fridays also in the they're saying in the winter, which I guess we would still technically be in the winter, being that it's we're in February, but I think it's almost 80 degrees outside. But the hours are set from 1 to 6 p.m. So if you're not sure what the hours are, then there's a contact number here. It's 936-856-2251, and you can give them a call. That's Montgomery County Market Days, and it is set for every Friday, every first Friday of the month. So that one is not every Saturday, but every first Friday of the month there. And then looking, I tell you what, in kind of researching this, I didn't really know that this was out there. It's just amazing how much is on the internet nowadays. But if you go to, I tell you the best way to get to it. Everybody knows what you mean now when you say Google it. If you just Google Texas open markets, open farmers markets, then this you're going to see this website, and it's literally Farmers Markets Online. And I'm looking at the website now, and it's www.farmersmarketsonline.com and /FM/Texas. But really, they have all the states there. Let's say you're traveling somewhere and you're going to be on vacation or something like that, and you want to see if there's any local farmers markets available to you in that area. You can take a look and see. But on this website, they have again, I'm looking at Texas here, and they have these all listed by city. If you were going to let's say Austin, Texas, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There must be about 10 different farmers markets listed just under Austin here, and so this is really really cool. It has the looking here. It has the Willis market on there. It's listed, the Montgomery County Market Days. See what else is right here in our area. Tomball Farmers Market. Houston, looks like Houston has quite a few. Getting back up to this area, I tell you, there's just so much information out there on the website, and it's just kind of cool. But these farmers markets, I really recommend or just to encourage you to go out and take a look at them. It's a great place to take the family out, again, especially on a good day, and just enjoy yourself. The open air, you meet local people, great conversation. So, we're getting close to the end of the health hour, and I really want to take a moment just to tell you thank you for listening, and hope that you enjoyed it. Hope that you if you pick up just one tip, from the show, and it helps you out. I feel like we did a good job. So we'll be looking for you to come back next week on Wednesday at 1 p.m. And look for the Health Hour, Mike Sasser. And look us up at MikeSasser.com, and I think that'll do it for us. Have a great week, and see you next week.
Thank you for checking out a podcast on Lone Star Internet Radio. Lone Star Internet Radio is Montgomery County's community radio station, broadcasting from the heart of Conroe, Texas. If you are interested in sponsoring a program for Lone Star Internet Radio, just visit us online at irlonestar.com. or message us on Facebook. We are always taking song requests on Twitter, and if you are interested in getting involved with the station by either hosting your own show or if you want to be a DJ, just contact Dick at irlonestar.com. Lone Star Internet Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station.